Hello friends, in this one, let's take a look at finding the limit as x approaches positive infinity of the square root of x plus 1 minus the square root of x. So first, if you replace x directly with infinity, so to speak, you would have the following. You would have what amounts to infinity, and then here you would have minus, and then basically the square root also of infinity this way, which looks like it's about 0. And to confirm it mathematically, though, it requires a bit more work. So take this expression here, square root of x plus 1 minus the square root of x, and then this is over 1 really, and you're going to multiply by the conjugate over the conjugate. So it's going to be the square root of x plus 1, and the only difference is you're going to put a plus here, and then the square root of x, and on the bottom you have to put the same expression, that is that x plus 1, and then plus the square root of x, like that. Now you have to multiply this out. So you have to try to match this to a known form. So what I mean is this is of the form a minus b, and this other one in this position right here, this is of the form a plus b. And perhaps you remember that when you multiply a minus b by a plus b, what you get is a squared minus b squared. It's a difference of squares pattern that applies, which means over here what you would have is the following. You would have the square root of that x plus 1, and then you would have the squared, and then you would subtract from this the square root of the x, and you would have that squared. And on the bottom you just have that same expression, root of x plus 1 plus the root of x. Now in the top, this is what happens. These will cancel off. The square root here cancels with the 2, the square root here cancels with that 2 in that position. So now this is going to leave us the following. In the top I will have x plus 1 and then minus just x. And on the bottom I still have that same expression, the square root there of x plus 1 and then plus the square root of x this way. You have a positive x, so that is this one. You can cancel off with that negative x in this position right here. So that's going to leave us in the top the following. 1 over that same expression, the root of x plus 1 plus the root of x. And now we can rewrite our limit as follows. We can say the limit of x as x approaches here positive infinity, and then the expression can be this new expression, 1 over the square root of x plus 1 plus the square root of x. And then here you can pretend to do direct substitution. X is going towards infinity, so it's as if you were doing this. 1 over, and in the bottom you'd be doing the square root of something like infinity plus 1, and then plus, and then the square root of essentially infinity this way. Infinity plus 1 is still infinity, and the square root of infinity is still infinity. So you'd end up with 1 over infinity. And then the other one, the square root of infinity is still infinity. So in other words, you end up with this. And for the last one here, you will have 1 over infinity plus infinity, which is still infinity this way. And therefore, you end up with 0, and this is the answer. Thanks so much. Please leave a like and subscribe. I'll see you in another video.